for the man sitting right here, but it's a happy day for you ladies who are watching, and some gentlemen too. Come on. We have Jeff sitting here with us. Hello.
Hi, Russ. How are you?
Well, I'm better than you. You just got kicked out of the Big Brother house.
Just now.
Or as you would say, horse. I like the way you talk.
I know. I guess my accent was a big one, huh?
Yeah, but it was fun. It was so much fun to watch you. Fun. And we're gonna talk about it all. I know you're a little bummed out, being kicked out.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna cheer you up here. This is a love zone. Okay?
I'll take it.
All right, because I was a fan of yours.
All positive vibes.
Positive vibes.
All right.
For the most part, yeah. And I was a big fan of yours in the house. I'm sorry to see you go. And, you know, 67 days ago, we sat down with you before you went in the house.
Right.
We had you introduce a clip to yourself on the off chance that you would not win the game. And unfortunately, I have to show that to you right now.
I'm kind of curious.
Take a look. 67 days ago. What went wrong?
Jeff.
Tell us what went wrong.
Trying to figure it out.
What went wrong?
I don't know where you went wrong, buddy. You were supposed to keep quiet. I told you to be quiet the first couple weeks, play defense, then offense. And I think you got it switched up. And that girl, what were you thinking? She never liked you from the beginning.
Hello. She did, but she didn't help you.
Wow.
And who told you that? Who warned you?
Ross.
I did. Are you a prophet? How did you know that there would be a girl in the house? How did you know
that was pretty cool.
That you would have a connection and it'd be part of the reason why you would be sitting here with me? How did you know?
I don't know. Maybe you think it was a big part of the reason? What do you think?
No, don't worry. I'm gonna tell you what I think.
I'm sure you will.
Before we go any further, I have to ask the question everyone wants to know. Do you love Jordan?
Love Jordan?
Yes.
No, Jordan's my good friend. I'll give you that.
I have some really good friends. I've never done some of the things you did with Jordan. The kissing and the covers and the cuddle and the kissy.
Oh, you got all that.
No? Right?
Yeah, but
I can call a few of my friends right now. They'll tell you I've never done that.
Okay, she's my good friend. How about that?
Do you have a little crush?
I do have a little crush on Jordan. It's obvious. And how many days ago was I?
67 days
ago.
Yeah.
So you got to take that into play too, you know. But it never got too dirty. We kept it.
No, never. Which I love. Just a BTW. I love that it was super clean.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Just a little. Just what you needed to get by on a daily basis.
What?
I don't know what that
Is that what you need to get by?
I don't know. Maybe not. I actually needed a little more towards the end.
Yeah, I can tell. There was a little like, please.
It was getting a little.
You were begging. Meanwhile, America's watching and waiting in line for Jeff. Like, people love you, Jeff.
Really?
Yeah, people love you.
You should have threw one of them in the house.
I know. It would have been a little awkward with Jordan because there was a little romance, and if not a romance, you definitely, by the way, which it totally was a romance, but you were at least definitely a team.
Right.
Do you think being a team with Jordan got you further in the game, or is part of the reason why you're sitting here with me before the end of the game?
You know what? Maybe I need to look at everything again, but I honestly think having Jordan there helped me a lot, you know?
How?
Just from the daily grind, just emotionally, it was someone to talk to connect with, that you need that like person to lean on sometimes, you know, in the house.
Totally.
And I'm a person who needs that, you know, and she was there for me when no one else was, when nobody else was there, you know, right from the beginning. And
but what she didn't do for you,
yes, I know.
She didn't win competitions to back you up. I felt like it wasn't an equal partnership. I think she's a lovely girl. I'm sure it was great to have her in the house, but when you needed her in crunch time to win a veto, to win an HOH, she wasn't there like you were there for her.
Right. I do. Well, that part I know. You know, it's disappointing. It's depressing. Yeah. I don't want to throw Jordan under the bus here.
Never.
Right. But if I had a partner that could pick up a couple of those,
yeah. I
mean, I wouldn't see it any different than me and her in the final two.
I could have been your partner.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact,
you could have cuddled.
If you want. Cut. We are going to get flustered. Okay, we're going to go to email. The very first email comes from Tim in Pomona, California, who wants to know.
What's up, Jeff? Sorry you got kicked out, man. But big question. Are you going to take Jordo with you to Hawaii on your trip?
Everyone's asking. Well, actually, Jordan, I don't know who I'm taking to Hawaii yet.
When are you planning to go?
I have no idea when I'm going.
I can get some time off if you wanted.
But Jordan's definitely... if Jordan pulls out this big victory here with $500,000, she's definitely got a shot at going to Hawaii.
Do you think people would want Jordan next to her in the final two because she's seen as someone who just rode your coattails, so they wouldn't vote for her? I mean, do you think they want her there, and do you think if she's in the final two, she could actually get some votes besides yours?
No, yeah, I think if Michelle if that goes out to plan, like Michelle does take it and takes Jordan with, I don't think Jordan's going to win the $500,000. I think Michelle deserves it. She pulled out some big victories when she needed to, and she's a good player.
Well, who knows? It's not just you voting in that house. There are, you know, what, 6 other people or something like that in there voting, so we never know.
I really think that this cast, I don't know, maybe just being in the house was full of spite. So maybe they just will spite Michelle enough to vote for Jordan, you know?
When you say that, who do you mean? Who has spite?
Well, I mean, Jesse walks around with a big chip on his shoulder. It was obvious when Dan came in, you know, the first couple weeks. So you know he's carrying a chip. For me, maybe he won't vote for Jordan just because he was associated with me, or maybe he hates Michelle that much. So I don't know where their heads are at, you know?
Well, now speaking of Jesse, we have to talk about the coup d'etat.
Coup d'etat?
Yeah, that's it. There you go.
I need some help with the pronunciation,
Yeah,
too.
I know you do. I'm just making funny. I call it the coup de ville. But we have to talk about it. You got it from America. How did you feel? In fact, I don't want to ask that. Someone else wants to ask that. Kimberly from Virginia wants to know.
How did it feel when you read that you had won the coup d'etat? And do you feel that using the coup d'etat was a blessing or a curse?
It felt awesome, first of all, getting the coup d'etat. It was, you know, I was kind of hoping me or Jordan would get it, you know, just because of the position that we were in.
Even though you didn't know what the power was?
No, I had no idea, but, you know, I just wanted something at that point. I wasn't really winning anything. Jordan wasn't winning anything, and I needed something. We had no power at all. So I knew it was something big, and when I saw it, it, like, blew my mind. I knew I had a chance. It was like having another partner in the game, in a sense.
Totally.
You know?
How did you sit on it for 2 weeks almost, knowing you had it, you could use it? Did you just save it for the moment when it would best suit you?
Well, I got it later in the week when Ronnie was getting evicted that week. So I wanted Ronnie out of the house, and I definitely didn't want to use it that week. And I wanted to use it. You know, I definitely wanted to use this gift, so I knew that. And everything fell into place that week for me to use it. So everything went according to my plan. Natalie didn't win that POV, which meant I could put her and Jesse next to each other, which ultimately meant Jesse would get knocked out, you know, like it happened. Exactly.
Were you worried about the house, like, coming back at you with a vengeance? Because you screwed with the process of Big Brother in a way, you know, with that power.
Well, if I didn't use that power, I 100% would put all my money on that Jesse would have won this game, for sure. He had the house owned. He had people doing his laundry, cooking his meals. I don't know where he got this power from. He had another power that I wasn't aware of, but... You know, I got him out, and I changed the house, and I knew it was going to make people mad, but, you know, one more POV, and I think I would have been the winner here.
I think you totally could have. You know, you were the man, a week ago, you were the man in the house, the person in the house with all the power.
Right.
So how do you go from the person with all the power for a few weeks in the game to sitting here with me? How did it all crumble?
You know what happens? You don't play in the HOH. That's what happens. And when you don't control your own destiny or have a chance in your own destiny, you know, other things happen. And then I did have a chance to control my own destiny in that POV, and that's where I point all the blame on is myself. Not Jordan as a partner or not my moves I made in the game, but if I would have won that POV, I think I would have won the game.
So you say you blame yourself?
Yeah.
You don't blame Kevin? He broke his deal with you.
He did. He's got to live with that, which means nothing in Big Brother terms.
Yeah.
You know, but, you know, I mean, who wouldn't have done the same thing? You know what I mean? I knew it was his only play, and the way it turned out, Michelle winning, he wanted a big player out of the house. I think if it was different, he would have won. I think Michelle would have left the house. I think he would have kept his word. But
really?
I think he might have, you know. But
now speaking of Michelle, Brad from Chicago, Illinois wants to know.
Jeff, why were you so mean to poor Michelle the last few weeks? Stinky? Cuckoo Magoo? Crazy? You know what you said. Do you think this led to your eviction in the game?
No, definitely not. My unfair treatment of Michelle was just everyone getting on my nerves.
Did that happen a lot in the game? People are just bugging you?
Oh, my God. Yeah. Everyone just gets on your nerves to no end. And Michelle...
People would bug me, too. People bug me in the real world. So I can imagine being like in a house.
Yeah, so... Just when Michelle sleeps, she's like, and when she walks around...
What does she do when she's sleeping?
You guys didn't get any clips of that?
What does she do?
Okay, when she sleeps, every single time, if you make a noise like anything like that, and like kicks the sheets and moves all over the place, you can't walk into the room without, and then every morning, you know, you don't want to talk, I don't know how you are as a morning person.
Oh, I'm like one of those cartoon butterflies. You know
are?
What I mean? Yeah, that fly around.
See, I'm not a morning person.
Oh, okay.
And Michelle... Like, she's got this little slide walk that she slides in.
And that bugs you?
How you doing? I'm like, good morning, Michelle. You know, trying to be cordial. And then you just ask her something like, hey, do you know where the sugar is? She doesn't even answer the question, just like laughs at everything.
And that makes you furious.
Yeah, combined with tiptoeing around.
Yeah.
And that's the answer to that question.
I like that you're a lot more human than you seem, because in the house you're sort of like, well, superhero that everybody loves, and now you are a meanie. What about this? This is Tommy Sarda via Twitter wants to know, why would you jeopardize yourself by trusting the other side of the house when the Final Four was a lock? Because you and Michelle may have annoyed you, but you were in a Final Four deal with Michelle, Russell, you, and Jordan, and you swapped it out.
It was a lock, but there's a lot of things that happened in the house. One, Michelle and Russell were getting, they called it out. They wanted a Final Two.
But you wanted a Final Two, too.
Oh, exactly. But, you know.
So why is it okay for you to want a Final Two, but not them?
Well, because we had a Final Three deal, me, Jordan, Michelle.
Okay.
Russell, I saved, and he slapped me in the face by giving that vote to Jesse, which in turn meant he's already working on the jury house, which he was looking too far ahead. He wanted to come after me. I have no doubt in my mind that Russell would have flipped on that Final Four deal because he would have won that last POV, or that last HOH that Kevin won. He would have had HOH, and I think he would have knocked me out. There's no way he would have threw Natalie out instead of me.
Why not focus on, though, keeping Russell with you, keeping your enemies close, taking him to the Final Two, knowing he's such an unlikable character?
I would have, but I could not trust him for anything.
Really?
I would have, if I told him time and time again, I'm like, Russell, we need to go. We need to do this. We need to do this. He trusted everyone else in the game but me. He would not come to me. He would, like, I don't know what it was with him. He was jealous or something of me. He would not, like, he told me, yeah, you're my boy. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. I'm like, try to talk game to him, and he wouldn't share it with me. You know what I mean? Like, the victory.
And what is that like in the house, too, dealing with someone like Russell, who, at least in the house, was very confrontational and almost scary at times? I mean, there was a certain point where you were just like, everybody, ignore him. Don't talk to him anymore.
Right.
Don't let him get to you. Don't scare me. But did he scare you?
No, he never scared me from the first time to the last time.
He would scare me when he's like that.
Russell's a talker. He's
Really?
a talker, and then the more you ignore him, the more he blows up like a little kid. The more you leave him, the more they
Do you think that was gameplay for him, or is he like that in the real world as well?
I think he's like that in the real world. You know, you can't hide who you are in that house.
Are you nervous to see him in the jury house?
Not really. I'm nervous. I'm not nervous at all, but I'm not looking forward to seeing anybody in that house, to be honest with you.
Who knows? Maybe it'll just be, you know what I mean? Like, c'est la vie.
Well,
Can you picture Russell? Say, no, I can't. Hey, now it's time to play a game that is, I'm telling you, the new Oprah of game shows. It's called, that's a fact, or Load of Crap. Now this is where I say things that may or may not have happened while you have been locked in that house in like pop culture, current events. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got it.
And since it's you and we like you and we know what you're into, it's a very special Chicago Bears edition. Fact or crap? The Chicago Bears set a new NFL record by allowing teams to score 240 points against them in the preseason games alone, the most ever allowed by an NFL team.
that's crap.
That's crap. That's crap. That's crap. Okay, good. I knew you'd be happy. Ready? Fact or crap? The Chicago Bears have signed defensive back Ron Hood to a one-year contract.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. He's good at this one. Okay, good.
Right.
What about this one? Fact or crap? Shocking the sports world, the Chicago Bears lure Brett Favre out of retirement one more time and sign him as their quarterback.
Russ, I know the answer to this when they told me. He's on the Vikings now.
Who told you? In the 30 seconds it took you to walk here, who told you? No, get out of here.
It's time to be honest. I'm done lying, Russ.
All right, you are done lying. Welcome back to the real world.
Yeah.
I'll call you out. Probably still vote for you, though. Anyway, the fact or crap, the Chicago Bears stiff... Oh, wait, sorry. Fact or crap? I'm a little nervous. The Chicago Bears face stiff NFC conference competition from the Philadelphia Eagles, who have signed Michael Vick as their quarterback after his release from prison.
Fact.
Ding, ding, ding! That is a fact!
I knew that one, too.
I know. Shut up! Who told you that already?
Just give me 2 facts, because I was dying to know some
It's
football
going
news.
on.
That's it. I don't know anything else.
Did they tell you anything about figure skating?
No.
What's Michelle Kwan doing?
No.
No, I don't know, but let's call her. I love her, too. Anyway, fact or crap, the Chicago Bears' preseason record is 0-3.
That's crap.
Yeah, that's crap. They're actually, the record's 2-1. So, hey, holla.
All right.
Jay Cutler.
Yeah.
So, I'm a football fan.
Nice.
I know. Don't you think we could have a wonderful life together?
I
Anyway,
think so.
all right, now we're going to go back to rapid fire. Now, this is when I just shoot things out at you, and you shoot it back at me. All right, first answer that comes out of your mind. Ready? What was your best move in the game?
Coup d'etat.
What was your biggest mistake in the game?
Trusting Kevin.
Who left the game sooner than they should have?
Jesse?
If you could do it over again, who would you make an alliance with that you didn't?
Russell.
Who do you hope to see in the jury house next?
Kevin.
Besides Jordan, who do you want to remain friends with outside of the house?
Casey.
Who do you hope to never, ever see again?
Russell.
Oh, man. Even though you know that you're going to see him in like a couple hours when you get to the jury house?
I know.
Yeah, you're going to see him.
He just makes me sick.
Why didn't you do the movie Kiss when you at the end when you were voted out? You said you were going to do it.
How did I know about that?
Because they showed. I don't know if you know, but there were cameras.
Oh yeah. No wonder why they were pressing it so hard.
Right. So why didn't you do it?
Because I was pissed off.
Yeah, probably you forgot, huh?
No, I remember because they reminded. You know, I was getting reminded. I'm like, why is everyone so?
Well, did you? But in the heat of the moment, you forgot. And do you regret forgetting?
Yeah, well, no, yeah, if I look back, I wish I would have done one.
We got me a Jordan mask. Hand it to me. I'm kidding.
I was like, come on.
You know, before you went in the house, we asked you if there was something that you were going to miss that you might not be able to have. And do you remember what you told me?
I don't.
You don't? Oh, I remember. In fact, I wrote it in my diary that night. No, I'm kidding. But we have it here for you. What up? Cheese and crackers.
Yeah.
Yes, am I right?
Yeah.
Did you get cheese and crackers in the house?
I loaded up on them, but there's never
well,
too
then
much.
I'll keep these for me. Hey, we want to make sure... Make sure you check back on Monday. I believe we're going to have our interview with you, pretty much raw and uncut, the interview we did in its entirety before you went in the house on Monday right here on Inside Dish. Remember, with the show that gives stuff away every single day. In fact, we just gave that to him. Huh?
I'll take it.
You didn't win $500,000.
I know, but
you
I
got
got cheese
some
and crackers.
Keep watching. Thank you so much to Jeff. Keep watching Big Brother. I'm obsessed. We'll see you on Monday right here on Inside Dish. Bye. For more fun, check out theinsider.com/dish. Hey, is there anything you want to say to like your family or to America while we have the camera on?
Well, my family, I miss them and I love them, and thanks for all the support. In America, of course, thank you so much for the coup d'etat. I definitely would not have got even this far close to it without that coup d'etat. So I appreciate all the votes, and thank you for letting me experience more of the Big Brother house.
Yeah.
And really, really, you really did bring me this far.
And I'm a journalist, so I can't tell you who I voted for the coup d'etat, but I want to thank you as well for all of you who voted.